So Tyler, I know I asked you this before. You said that Jason is the one that's taking the break?
Correct, yeah.
And that's your twin brother?
Yes.
And
yeah.
Steven's older?
By 2 years.
He's the oldest.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And so did you guys all start, did you do quarter midgets or go-karts?
Go-karts. We started with, Wade Gagner has a program on Mondays.
Oh, right, yep.
It's a great thing where you start in Tiger Cubs and work your way up to senior outlaws and all that.
Yep.
And it's awesome. We started with that, went through the program and all that.
That's the Wild Things?
Yeah,
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yep. So was your dad, were you guys the first to race in your family, or was there...
No, my dad did a whole bunch at, shoot. I don't even know what divisions, like pro stocks and all that.
Yeah.
At,
Sumner did?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Good old Sumner?
Yeah,
That guy's a hot shoe.
We have a whole bunch of pictures. We have a...
He calls me Hollywood all the time. Yo, Hollywood.
we have a tire hung up of, like, the bottom bar of his race car. He hit the wall of Stafford so hard, it went in and out, through a tire, through a wheel, and out the other side.
Oh, no.
Damn. So you said your dad used to race, like, pro stocks, fendered stuff?
Correct, yeah. He raced...
Like at Riverside Park?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was his main track, and then he raced at Stafford a couple times, I believe.
Nice. So did he ever do any modified stuff or no?
Never, no.
Wow. So when you guys started the karts, was it all three of you guys together, or was your older brother started first?
Steven started first.
He did.
The older brother, yeah. He was always pretty much one step ahead.
Yeah.
So he was helping us figure out what to do when I got there.
Right.
So it made me look good, but after he fixed the cars and worked the kinks for 2 years.
How young can you be in those karts? Like,
I believe I started when I was 4.5 or 5.
wow.
Yeah.
So you start really
Damn, you
young
can
there.
put babies in them shit.
I didn't have a
Yeah.
choice.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So I got a question for you. Is it still the same way in the shop? Does Steven still, or you know what I mean? Like, does he still help? Or has he got his own gig, you got your own gig, and...
Well, we kind of have our own cars. I won't clean another car except unless it's mine. I mean, all of our cars are different. Like, mine and Steven's are like the nicest. We do our own engine tin, and Jason's is always a little behind. But
Yeah, but I mean, as far as like helping in the shop, I mean, I know he helped you when you were younger. I mean, are you guys? I mean, are you do your own little program, pretty much the same setups almost, or is he always willing to give a hand there? Or are you willing to give him a hand there? I mean, how is it like in the shop? What happens there?
if I wrecked the car pretty bad, like this previous week at Thompson when I got put in the wall and then finished it off by myself, Steven jumped in on a Thursday, and we started about 6 in the morning, and we worked till 8 o'clock at night. But I don't think Jason would do that. Steven actually took the day off of work just to come and help because he knew we needed his help.
Yeah.
Me and my dad wouldn't be able to finish it. So me and Steven help each other more, and Jason helps me or Steven.
Yeah.
But Steven knows more than Jason. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and he likes it better. I mean, if he likes working on cars, building cars, anything to do with cars, Steven likes to do it more than Jason pretty much.
Yeah, that's awesome that you guys. So what was the process last week like? Like strip it down Thursday night, and then get it on a jig. Obviously, Wednesday night and get it on a jig Thursday, right?
Well, we were freaking out, full blown. We were panicking. We were stupid for even going to Thompson with the same car because I only have one car.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, Jason's done for the year, at least a couple races. We're just gonna use Jason's car, but Jason has a way smaller seat. And he wrecked it, I think, a month ago, and we never fixed it because we didn't really need it. So we were when I went to bed, we unloaded it, looked at the car. When I went to bed, we initially thought we were going to wake up in the morning, just switch all my seat, the setup, everything over from my car to Jason's car, and then we were going to use Jason's car. But then when I woke up, we looked at it, we were like, wouldn't it be cool to win both championships at both tracks with the same car? And it wasn't as bad as we thought. When you wreck a car, the tin work makes it look extra bad, and when you pull the tin work off, it's not as bad as we thought.
Yeah, I mean, I remember early in the year, you guys were like, Stafford's a priority, but when you were undefeated for so long at Thompson, it's hard not to go there.
Well,
right?
yeah. So we raced the first race. We were gonna race the first and last race at Thompson, and hopefully win them because our family just. Really, we love Thompson. We like racing Thompson.
So Icebreaker World Series, that's all you were originally going to do.
And then we were going to do that Monday for Thompson, which is the second race.
Yep.
and we won both of them, and we were like, well, we're kind of locked in. We can't just give up now.
Right.
Right.
And so we went for the third one and the fourth one, and we were like, might as well just finish off the year. But the Thursdays were hard. We were up till 1 a.m. scale in the car for Friday.
Right.
And I think the both of them, or I think one got rained out, and the one that we did race, Stafford got rained out, so we got lucky with that.
Yeah,
So
I remember
we
that.
never raced back to back, which
Right.
it'd be tough. I would be bored up, beyond tired, and probably wouldn't do very good.
So, this time here, this past week, when you ended up wrecking, that's the only time you had to go back to back, and you ended up wrecking.
Yeah, and we got a day off,
Damn.
so.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because it was
Yeah.
Wednesday show. That's right. Yeah,
Well,
that's
even
right.
with Stafford, when it was supposed to rain all day Friday and they canceled it that morning
Yeah.
when we raced the Wednesday,
Yeah.
the car was ready as we thought, but we scaled it back for Thompson because we were racing that back-to-back Wednesday,
Right.
and we found some broken parts in it, so we weren't actually ready for Stafford, so it was a good thing it rained out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the same dual championships with the same car. I remember your dad talking to me about that as well. Like, that's rare,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I'll tell you this. The freaking thing is so damn fast.
I know, right?
Dude, your car is like, it's always looks like it's on the verge of being way too loose, but it just rolls.
I hate a tight car. If it's
Dude,
if
it's
tight,
obvious.
I'm not a happy guy.
But it rolls so good being free. Like, it's
know.
just from like here to here, you could just see the roll difference, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, I guess just I drive it harder than most. You know, I drive it in deep, get on early. I was getting yelled at for that first half of the year at Stafford because my dad would say in practice I would dive it in there way too deep, and it'd get the car all set, all misbehaving, and
Right.
it would run like crap. And my dad's like, "Well, it's you, not the car." And when I finally listened, I think 2.5 years later, we finally got it.
He was
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Well, dude, there's a reason they say loose is fast. Like, nobody's out there saying tight is fast. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's always been loose is fast.
Yeah. If it tightens up in the race, we're going backwards. Like,
Right.
If we're second, my dad hates the pit. He hates pitting. Whole idea of pitting.
Yeah.
But at Thompson, if I'm leading and I know the car is going to tighten up, obviously it's never happened yet. But there's only 6 cars and there's 20 laps left. I would like to pit.
Yeah.
Obviously, you would tell
That's
me
fair.
no, but I want to pit.
This is what, your third year in SK Lights? Fourth year? And you went straight from the karts?
No, so we did Bandoleros.
Oh,
and
okay.
Legend cars.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we traveled to the summer shootout and we went to.
Oh, you ran the Legend Cars at the Bowl for a while, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We were going for the 4th year, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe 3rd year until COVID hit.
So don't you guys have multiple cars in the garage, though, besides just the 44?
So I'm the 41, Jason's the 44, which is red, Steven's the SK14.
Right.
And then there's Brian Sullivan, which without him, I don't think we'd be anything.
Yeah.
He helps us out.
His car's there. Well,
It's Rich Vassar's
Rich Vassar's
old
car,
that he
right.
made into his car,
right.
put his number on it and all that. And then we have Daniel Wesson's old car.
Yep.
That's been floating. That was the white car at Waterford.
Okay.
And we just jerry-rigged it together for Waterford. Just middle of the week kind of thing. Just planning to go to Waterford. And then...
So Brian Sullivan, like, he sets up your guys' cars? Is that
Yeah,
accurate? Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Well, you guys are probably doing a lot of it on your own now.
Yes and no. If we have a question, like he gives us, he's the smartest guy ever. If he has, we'll wreck the car and we'll put it back together, and he'll walk in the shop without 30 seconds knowing. He'll be like, the shim's upside down, like without even looking at the car. Like he's just
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not really racing that much this year, right? He's only raced
No.
a couple times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's won.
Yeah, he won the Nicky Anglais night.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, yeah,
Yeah.
that whole.
He's
drama.
really good.
Yeah.
He's really good. I think he's respectful too. In that 46 he had last year.
He's wrecked one time in 3 years.
Right.
He just stays out of trouble. He knows
That's
what to look
amazing.
for.
Yeah, well, that's
he's
it. That's crazy.
He's very respectful and just minds his business and
Right.
real classy kind of guy, when he races. And he's fast usually. Yeah, unbelievable.
What is do you have like a goal that you want to get to in racing? You taking it as it comes, or?
Kind of just whatever comes.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would ever be doing modifieds, and
Yeah.
here we are. So
Right.
kind of whatever we get into, we go through. I mean, I'm assuming we're going to be doing SKs soon.
Yep.
So do that. See what we can do. Probably conquer it first, which
Did-
will take years, but try that first.
Have you ever dabbled in any Fender stuff, late models or anything like that?
If you call bandoleros,
Oh, right, yeah.
I
So
mean,
when you're
it's a
younger,
Fender car,
right?
I guess a Legend car is too.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but not a full body.
So did you go to? Where did you race bandoleros and legend cars? The Speedbowl, Seekonk?
So we raced bandoleros first,
Yep.
which was mostly at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Oh,
there.
you went down south. For
Yeah,
that.
we did.
Oh,
the,
really?
The Bojangles Summer Shootout.
No chance. All
and
right.
then we did.
Did you ever win any races?
I won one at Atlanta Motor Speedway
Really?
in a
Oh, you were
bandolero.
down there then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then we moved into legend cars, and I did not like bandoleros.
Okay, so hold on a second. Were you commuting down there every weekend? You're driving down to North Carolina? Did you guys live down there?
I don't remember bandoleros too much, but
Yeah.
I know with the legend cars, we went to I feel like I want to say we left I think Sunday night or no, it would be Monday morning, I believe. Not a long time ago, for me
Right.
quite a bit.
Right.
I believe Monday morning we would leave. Me, Jason, my mother. We would fly down there. I think practice was Monday night or something, and the race was Tuesday, I believe. Wow. And when it was done, we come back on Wednesday.
So the cars would stay down there with somebody.
Yeah. We
CJ?
Yeah, CJ 860.
Oh yeah,
That was our
860.
final person.
Yep.
Yeah. We used Kyle Beatty.
Yep. Oh yeah.
But our final guy was CJ.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And we were starting to win a couple races with legend cars. Like
Wow.
we won a couple at Bethel.
Yep.
Waterford, we won a couple. I think Charlotte, we won one or two. But you'd wreck every week.
Yeah.
Really?
Every single week. There'd be wrecking, flipping, spinning out. And they raced in the rain, and it rained every week. So,
Damn.
yeah. I know 1 week I raced with Steven in legend cars. Coming to the checkered, he had a school season.
Yep.
So he raced maybe 5 times, and he was gonna get his first podium. And I put him right in the grass, and I got that podium. And on the plane home, we had like a 3-foot tall trophy, and everyone was asking about it. And he would just say, "Oh, he wrecked his brother." And I'm like, well, I got the trophy, so.
That's awesome.
No, but we travel with those.
So have you ever had any interest in any Fender cars? Not really.
Not really. I mean, I race modifieds. They're fun. That's what we do. No reason to change it up.
Yeah.
You see a whole bunch of guys changing it up and doing 100 different divisions, and they're just mediocre.
Yeah.
We want to conquer one division at a time.
Right. Right.
I like how you keep using the word conquer. I like that.
No, it makes sense to me. Like what he's
Yeah.
saying. It makes sense.
My whole life we started with a division. We're not going to move up if we're not good.
Right.
There's no point to, because you're probably going to be even worse. So we won a championship in each division, and then junior outlaws we finally that was the first division we did really well. We did, I think it was a 15 race season, and we won 10 of them.
Damn.
And that was followed up with, so Steven did it one year, 10 out of 15 races, and I went back to back with 10 and 15, and then the back to back after that was Jason was 11 and 15.
Right.
Wow.
So what's the long term plan for you? Like you bang off 2 dozen SK light wins. Like what are you doing after that?
We've been dabbling with SK. We did
Right.
we did Steven's car last year for the last race, and then Bulls's we did this year, and we're probably doing a couple. We can do 3, probably next year. Maybe gonna move up, I would think.
Right. I would think.
I mean,
There's a lot of things that's contingent on, but like
Yeah,
I just
obviously
like
never know, but
easily would see you going
I would
to
think,
SK mods
yeah.
and doing quite well.
yeah. But for now, we're just gonna keep going with SK lights, both tracks. Keep trying to knock off wins, get both championships. I want a championship. We got the wins.
Right.
But for 4 years now, or like last year, we were leading Stafford and Thompson, and we didn't win any of them.
Yeah.
Oh, no, at one point we were leading all 3 tracks:
true.
Waterford, Thompson, and Stafford.
The points?
Points. We were leading all 3.
Dude, that's insane.
And then the Thompson, we broke a shock, and then we lost it there. And then the Waterford, we blew a motor and kept wrecking. And Stafford
came down to the wire.
we blew a tranny
Yeah.
in the first lap. We didn't even take the green flag in the 40 lapper, and that was the start to bad luck there. And we lost all 3 of them.
Wow.
Wow.
That is sad.
Do your buddy? I know you mentioned your buddies a lot in Victory Lane when you get in there. Do you have like a core group of friends that come every week that are like high school buddies, or?
For the most part, yes. We bought passes, then we have 2 or 3 extras for people who want to come.
Yeah.
There's like 2 to 3 kids, like my buddies, that will come every week.
Yeah.
And then we have 1 or 2 that are hit or miss. Like if they're not doing anything, they'll come down. But
Right.
we got 3 guys that are probably, if we wreck, they will be throwing wrenches, helping us hammer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like they'll even be in the shop sometimes, scraping tires or putting the car back together.
Do all those guys show up at the shop that are? I notice your pit area. There's always a lot of people there.
They used to, but we got it down now where me and my dad can scale a car in an hour, so we don't need as much help.
Right.
And to have, the guys don't live in Ellington. That's where we live.
Right.
So for them to drive 45 minutes to an hour just to scale a car, unless it's wrecked, they'll come down. But other than that,
Right.
they don't need to. If they want to, for all means, just pop on by and hang out. But
Right.
we're not going to call them up and be like, we need help. We're stressing out.
Is the shop at the house?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's like a minute walk. It's on a hill.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And none of your friends have. I've always been fascinated by, like, they don't have the racing bug to get behind the wheel or have their own.
We have one kid that loves it.
Yeah.
He's on a streak where he watches all my in-car cameras.
Yep.
And we go go-karting and stuff, all
Yeah.
that. But we rented the track out either end of last year or the year before, and we let all of our crew guys, race my car, because when we go down the track, we're just racing to them. They don't know how hard it is.
Yeah.
And when they got in and came out, they're like, "Oh my God, we got total respect for you now," because they thought they were going. Like,
That's actually a really cool idea.
yeah, so we let all of our crew chiefs and guys and crew members get in the car, drive it, do as many laps as you want. My dad got in it. A couple of my buddies got in it. It was like a Thursday or a Friday maybe, so we had to skip work. So whoever skipped work got a chance to go in it.
Wow.
Yeah, we put a big seat in it, and so for it was anyone fit all. If it was too big, we put a little padding in it.
Yeah.
But for everyone,
What a great idea
Dude,
to give
that's
the whole
so fun.
right to
Yeah.
give the whole team perspective. That's
Right.
pretty neat.
And they were like, they didn't believe how hard it was to hold your neck up, or like
Yeah.
it's like the car doesn't go straight down the straightaway. It kind of wiggles a little
Yeah.
bit.
And that's like a real go-kart you're talking about. Like, I went to Supercharged a few days ago with my friends, and I T-boned the wall and went airborne. So, like, if I was at that, I would have been probably upside down.
Reminds me of the story that you said about your dad when he was asking a million questions.
Well, it's
and he was going half
unbelievable.
speed on the apron.
It's an absolutely fantastic idea because, they don't really know. Like when they watch him cut through the field,
yeah.
right? You're like, oh, that looks easy. Oh,
Right.
I could do that. Until you get in and you're like, holy
Yeah.
dude.
One of my good buddies got out of it, and he's like, "Oh my God!" Like,
Right.
He got to third gear, and he was probably doing 50 miles an hour.
Right.
And he was like, "Oh my God, this is crazy."
Right. He goes faster on the highway, but when you're on the racetrack with the car,
It
Yeah.
just feels
When
so
the
tight.
concrete walls are next to you.
Yeah.
They were like, we're right next to the walls, and I'm like, you could probably fit 3 to 4 cars in between you and the wall.
right,
And they were like, they thought they were right next to it.
right.
So
It's a great
It
idea.
was really cool to see them all try it out. I love to see them.
Yeah.
At least try it once.
Nobody wrecked it?
Well, my dad did.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Oh, that's funny.
He got in it. I think he did 4 or 5 laps. He did the old push the clutch in instead of the brake. Put it in turn 1. He not hard. He realized it as soon as he was a little too late, but he touched the wall. He came in. He didn't even get out of the car, and he's like, change the tire and do the toe. So he changed the tire, did the toe, and he went back out.
That's
Didn't get out of the
funny.
car.
I just feel like the concept of like feathering it is so foreign to people who don't usually drive race cars. Like when I put my friends on the rig, the first thing they do is they think, "Oh, you mashed the gas to go fast," and they
Nope.
just pile right into the wall every time. I'm like, no,
But the
you have to let off the gas
mean,
a little bit. You have to.
the pedals are so close. You
Right.
know, it's. I can see how it's easy to like mix them up. I've
Right.
never done it, but.
But you're also talking about people that are somewhat like acquainted with racing.
No,
Like,
yeah.
If you just put a total stranger in the car, they are just gonna mash into turn 1 like 9 out of 10
Well,
times.
most of the people who tried it didn't want to wreck it. They didn't,
Right.
1, it's embarrassing, and 2, now they gotta tell my dad we wrecked it. So obviously we wouldn't care.
Well, your dad was the one that wrecked it, so
we wouldn't
it all
care
worked out.
because they helped us work on it all year. But
right.
I was happy to see them all try it out, and they were all having fun. We spent a whole day there.
Yeah.
You know, good weather, no rain.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's awesome.
Right?
Who does that?
Yeah, it's
The Chapman family.
Right? It's
does
like
that.
it's unique, right? It's cool.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
I keep telling my dad we gotta take the SK, and he has to get in the SK and try it.
He'd probably love it.
I mean, it's.
Oh, that would be
You're not
kind of
really
frightening.
doing that much speed, but it's the coming out of the turn torque or even the clutch. It'll rattle you a little bit. I want to give it a go.
Oh
Cool.
yeah,
Little
that'd be
experience.
awesome. Good old Sumner piling it in the fence. Yeah.